From the South Point studio, the perfect blend of sports.
But I think the Niners are going to wear them down. Detroit Pistons lost their 36 games.
Comedy.
See over-under on that relationship lasting. I'm going to put mayo in the coffee.
Yes. I am beautiful.
And a whole lot of Pittsburgh.
In Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh. Yeah. Pittsburgh.
Join Ryan McCormick.
That's at least 2 picks outside of our own in the first round next year. For real.
And host Frank Nicotero.
I look at the clock, I go, ah! Ah!
Oh! Watch Punchlines live at noon every weekday.
Once you've satisfied your hunger, get ready for more of the hottest casino games in Vegas. Our 24-hour, 30-table non-smoking poker room proudly hosts all the most popular poker games with a variety of betting limits. Visit the poker room for a schedule of daily tournaments. Whether you're going to hold 'em or fold 'em, the best place for poker is at South Point Casino. You'll notice that our craps tables are usually the loudest in the casino. If you've never played, join one of our free craps lessons to find out what makes this game so exciting. Check with the craps dealer for schedules and give it a roll. Bingo is also an exciting way to spend your time. We offer 7 sessions of bingo every day. Bingo! And each session includes a cash ball jackpot, 12 bingo games, a progressive double action game, and a $10,000 bonus coverall. Electronic units are available. If you haven't played bingo with us, give it a try today. Guests can also get in on the action at our one-of-a-kind race and sports books, 2 separate rooms designed to maximize your experience and comfort. Our sports book, with over 400 seats, puts you right in the middle of the action, 24 hours a day.
I'm former Major League pitcher Andy Pettit. I teamed up with Tunnel to Towers after seeing their life-changing work with military and first responder families. Now we're expanding our mission to help veterans struggling with homelessness. We want to help them rebuild their lives not only by giving them a home, but by providing the services they need. Please join me in donating at t2t.org.
My name is Wally Joyner. I was a first baseman for the Angels, Padres, Royals, and Braves. I give the Tunnel to Towers because of what they provide for the veterans, the military, the first responders, the police, the firemen who go out and put their lives in danger for our freedoms. I think it's an incredible charity, an incredible foundation. Their goals of helping the families that protect us. I'm asking you to support the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. The foundation is committed to delivering mortgage-free homes to catastrophically injured service members, Gold Star, and fallen first responder families with young children. Never forget.
The following is a Race Day Las Vegas presentation in association with Siraco Productions Limited on the Race Day Las Vegas Radio Network.
Live from the gaming capital of the world, time for Race Day Las Vegas, covering the sport of kings with a Las Vegas perspective. Now to the race desk with your host, Ralph Siraco.
From the backstretch to the turf club, at the racebooks and on the internet, to all horse players around the world, a good morning. Alrighty, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Race Day Las Vegas radio program as we begin another week of covering the great sport of kings, Las Vegas style, right here from your gaming capital, Las Vegas, Nevada, at the South Point Studios and the South Point Streaming Network at YouTube, right here at the South Point Hotel Casino Complex on the Las Vegas Boulevard, right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. We welcome you to the show. And, of course, we welcome everybody that is tuning in on YouTube. And if you haven't already tried it, what are you waiting for? Go to YouTube, put in the search bar South Point Studios. You'll get to the page. You'll click the Race Day Show, and you'll see and hear us on the streaming video and audio network on YouTube. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do so as well. Just hit the subscribe button. It costs you nothing. And when you subscribe, then you can start chatting on the chat along with us on the show. You can talk about us, good, bad, ugly, and anything else in between if you want to. And certainly ask a question or two. If we have an opportunity, we'll go to that chat and get a question or two off of that chat and try to answer it on today's show. And, of course, we welcome all of the other folks listening to us on many of the other platforms that we have, like our radio station, our local radio station here in town, Sports Talk 1400 AM and 107.1 FM for those running around town this morning, listening to us on the car radio maybe. And, of course, on our websites, racedaylasvegas.com, .vegas, .world, .global. We got them all, and you can get streaming there as well. And, of course, anywhere you get your podcasting, and we have your phones covered, your devices. Why would I even call them a phone anymore? Your devices, your iPhones or your Androids, you go to your app store, and you can get the KSHP app to listen to us. And, of course, the YouTube app you can put on your devices to see and listen to us there on your iPhone or Android. Anyway you get us, welcome to the show on this as we begin another racing week from Las Vegas, Nevada. It's going to be a good week of racing, too, because we have overall, we'll have 12 graded stakes races over the weekend. On Saturday, you got a couple of stakes races at Colonial Downs. Del Mar will have 2 stakes races. One is a Grade 1, the Grade 1 Clement L. Hirsch, and another stakes race on the undercard. There'll be 3 stakes races at Ellis Park in the Kentucky Downs Preview Stakes races, the Ladies Turf Sprint, the Mint Million Mile, and the Nashville Derby, all on Saturday at Ellis Park. They'll have a couple of nice stakes races at both Evangeline and Gulfstream Park, 1 each at Emerald Downs, Monmouth Park, and Woodbine, and, of course, 4 big stakes races on Saturday at Saratoga, 3 of them Grade 1s, the Test, the Troy, and the Whitney. Now, the Test is for the 3-year-old fillies. The Test is for the 2-year-old fillies. And the Troy is for the 2-year-olds, for the Colts and Geldings. And the Whitney, of course, is the big handicap division. And one other stakes race on the card on Saturday. That's the Saratoga Derby Invitational. Not yet quite a graded stakes race, but certainly a big race on the grass at Saratoga. By the way, on Friday, you'll have the Saratoga Oaks Invitational at Saratoga as well. And today at Saratoga, you have a couple of stakes races on the card, and a couple of more stakes races to start off the Wednesday at Indiana, that Horseshoe Indianapolis there. All right, taking a look at some of the headlines in racing. Steve Asmussen got a stay, I guess, or at least a reprieve. The Kentucky Horse Racing and Gaming Commission will not file an appeal against the appeal that they lost in a couple of rulings as far as the drugs usage there for Steve Asmussen. So he's off the hook there. They threw that out of the court. HISA is now doing a LASIK study and getting LASIK study proposals. Speakeasy, a nice winner for Todd Pletcher over the weekend, will now start in the H. Allen Jerkins on August 24th, and that is on the undercard of the Big Travers Stakes Day there. Parenting, which is, of course, a big horse that Bob Baffert unleashed last at Del Mar, is now 3 for 3, waiting to see where he runs next. Maybe they'll get ambitious enough to run him in the Pacific Classic. We'll wait and see about that. Tim Nectine had a big weekend last weekend. He had 3 wins, 2 of them for 2 nice 2-year-olds that he unleashed that won races over the weekend. Straight No Chaser. This is the trainee by Dan Blacker that was scratched Saturday from the Bing Crosby handicap. And now they're saying there were some issues with that scratch. So we'll wait and see about the follow-up on that. Fierceness and Mind Frame are both, looking at the Travers, but Todd Pletcher said, well, wait a minute, we might not run both of them in the Travers. We'll wait and see about that. And Dr. Veckman, a big winner in the San Diego over the weekend, is now pointing towards the Pacific Classic. And a horse over the pond, Kyprios. Kyprios won the Goodwood Cup for the second time in a row, or not the second time in a row, but the second time. Kyprios, a big win there. They call him a super horse over the pond there. And so we'll wait and see if he shows up here for maybe the Breeders' Cup. As far as the Breeders' Cup is concerned, well, the first rankings are out for the Breeders' Cup Classic, and ranked on top, Dornoch and National Treasure. They both have 284 points to sit at the top. Fierceness is in third with 211 points. Forever Young, the Japanese horse, with 200 points, is in fourth. Sierra Leone is fifth with 171 points. King's Barnes is sixth with 143 points. Senor Buscador, seventh with 132. City of Troy, eighth with 128. Yeshiba Tesoro, the Japanese horse, is ninth with 126. And Derma Satagaki, I should say, the other Japanese horse, sitting in 10th at 94. That's the rankings for the Breeders' Cup Classic. They already started the rankings. Breeders' Cup Classic is, it's 93 days, 4 hours, 13 minutes, and 45 seconds, and counting until the Breeders' Cup starts on November 1st and 2nd. All right, we got a full show for you coming up with Jonathan Hardoon standing by, Rich Engelby back along with us. John Linda will be taking a look at Saratoga today as well, and Jerry Jackowitz, of course, will be with us for that. And we will take our first break, and when we come back, we'll start our show, taking a look at maybe what happened on Sunday at Del Mar and Saratoga, and of course, looking ahead to today's racing menu and our handicappers. So don't go away. We're just getting started on this week here at the Race Day Show. We'll be right back.
South Point is also proud to provide a variety of relaxing amenities for the guests who want to be pampered. Soak up the sun and let your stress melt away in our lagoon-style Paradise swimming pool. A relaxing getaway where you can bask in the desert sun and enjoy seasonal food and bar service poolside. And if you really want to escape, come to Spa Costa del Sur. From couple suites to a co-ed wet area, our spa caters to business and leisure travelers who want to unwind and elevate their senses. A visit to one of our spa's steam, sauna, or whirlpool treatment rooms will leave any guest feeling like they can take on the world. Our gaming amenities include over 60 table games and over 2,600 of the most popular slot and video poker machines. We have penny slots, including the popular Buffalo games, and real machines like Wheel of Fortune, Triple Sevens, and Megabucks. If you prefer video poker, try Deuces Wild, Double Double Bonus, or a variety of multi-denomination games. Or try your hand at one of the most popular casino table games in the world, Blackjack. Don't let the game intimidate you. Blackjack, also known as 21, is both easy and fun. And our dealers are always happy to assist. And the best part? Blackjack always pays 3 to 2. Next, check out the roulette tables. Roulette is one of the easiest casino games to learn, and so much fun to play. It's a favorite of both beginners and seasoned players. In addition to blackjack and roulette, our casino pit features over 60 popular table games like Baccarat, Pai Gow Poker, 3-Card Poker, Ultimate Texas Hold'em, and Mississippi Stud. So get out of your room and come join in the fun.
On Race Day Las Vegas for this Wednesday show, taking a look at a recap of what happened on Sunday. At Saratoga, first race of the day was a race for 2-year-old fillies, maiden fillies, and Steve Asmussen had a nice winner in Reliable Source, Flavian Pratt aboard. That horse paid $4.10, but it was a nice win by that 2-year-old in that race. Jose Lizcano and Linda Rice got together to win the third race with She's a Little Edgy. at 450. We will get in a minute to talk to Jonathan Hardoon about his pick in the 5th race at Saratoga on Sunday and what the hell happened in that race. This is very unique, so we'll wait and see about that. Mark Cassie had a winner in the 7th with Irad Ortiz Jr., Super Quest, that paid $8 even. And believe it or not, we were talking about the shippers that are coming into Saratoga. And right now, you got to watch out for those Finger Lake shippers. There's not a lot of them, but a Finger Lake shipper came in and won the 8th race at Saratoga on Sunday, paid $29.40, and was a winner there. And was the I believe the one of the highest priced winners of the day on Sunday at Saratoga. Keep an eye on those Finger Lake shippers. The Bowling Green was won by Silver Knot, Flavian Pratt's 3rd win of the day. Godolphin and Charlie Appleby, of course, with that one. It was wire to wire in the mile and 3/8 inner turf course marathon there. It was his 3rd Grade 2 turf win in a row. He's 3 for 3 this year. Silver Knot wins the Bowling Green. And Mike Maker, who is staying hot there at Saratoga, won the last race with Laurel Valley and Joel Rosario. Pick six Sunday at Saratoga. Sunday's pick 6 paid $212,119.50. Wow. Del Mar on Sunday, wire-to-wire winner in the 1st race at a mile on the main, Dream Princess for Steve Knapp, $760. And then you had a horse that won the 2nd race that paid $24.80. That had a bullet work, blinkers off, first time on turf, wins Chrome Flash there for Ricardo Gonzalez, $24.80. The 3rd race, a nice race for 2-year-old maidens, Mackenzie Street, wins for Kazuchi Kimura. Tim Yakteen was the trainer, first-time starter that beat the 1-5 favorite Emerald Bay in that race rather easily and paid $10.40. The 4th race winner was Parenting, as we were talking about earlier. Got his 3rd win out of 3rd lifetime start. Bob Baffert, Juan Hernandez, I should say, paying $2.80 as the prohibitive favorite in that one. Peter Miller got his 1,500th career win as a trainer, Peter Miller, when his 6th race trainee, Danzig Cat, won for Relu Gutierrez and paid $6.80. Carla Gaines ran 1st and 2nd in the 7th race, with Stylish Acclaim winning it at $13 even. Kazuchi Kimura got his 2nd win of the day at $21 in the 8th race. The Eddie Reed Stakes on Sunday at Del Mar was won by Johannes, a horse that John Lindo said on the show he liked a lot. That was Umberto Rispoli's 2nd win of the day. Tim Yakteen's 2nd win of the day as well. Johannes paid $4.20, outrunning Dicey Mochera and Bolitnikov. And John Lindo, on his sheet on Sunday, in his suggested pick 4, hit that pick 4, the late pick 4. That paid $335.80 on John Lindo's report. And the pick 6 paid $6,800, over $6,800 at Del Mar on Sunday. All right, it's time to get started with the racing menu for today. A lot of people are chatting in. We'll try to get to those, a couple of those chats in a minute if you want to ask a question or two. But a lot of people are chatting on the chat right now here at the South Point Studios at Race Day about the impasse now again that has taken its shot at Saratoga. We understand at the moment Saratoga will not be able to be bet or seen on the Twin Spires network. Saratoga and Churchill Downs are at it again. The Saratoga will not be you won't be able to bet it through the Twin Spires betting system today. We will wait and see if that changes by post time. Now we'll get started with the racing menu today. And of course, the racing menu, first post time to broadcast on the show each and every day, reflect that of the Pacific time zone. So if you're here in Las Vegas listening here, these will be the first post times that roll out in our race book. Otherwise, you'll have to adjust to the Pacific time zone, no matter what time zone you're in, on the host of the streaming that we have around the world. First post times, again, are Pacific. Don't want you to miss anything like I miss Mom and Dad. Okay, we will start with Delaware Park. They're first up. Delaware Park has a first post time of 9:30 today. Second will be Belterra Park. Belterra Park. First post time there is at 9:35. Then we go to Finger Lakes, talking about Finger Lakes there. Finger Lakes has a first post time of 10 a.m. 10 a.m. first post time at Finger Lakes today. Following that comes Saratoga. Saratoga has their first post time at 10:10 this morning, 10:10. We'll wait and see about the track conditions, the weather conditions there at Saratoga today. First post time is at 10:10 today. And then we go to, I believe, Presque Isle Downs. Presque Isle Downs is next. They start at, Horseshoe Indianapolis is next. Horseshoe Indianapolis starts at 11:10, 11:10 at Horseshoe Indianapolis, followed by Presque Isle Downs. They start their first post time at 12 high noon. Following that comes Louisiana Downs. Louisiana Downs first post time at Louisiana Downs today with a pick six jackpot carryover of $8,858 is set at 205. And we wrap it up with Penn National. Penn National's first post time is at 245. They have a super high five jackpot carryover, $6,075 today at Penn National with a first post time at 245. All right, let's bring in Jonathan Hardoon right now. Jonathan, good morning.
Good morning to you, Ralph.
All right, we'll start out. You're at Saratoga now. We'll start out by just asking you to put your head out the window and what's the weather like right now?
It is overcast. They're calling 50% chance of showers throughout the day. So as we speak, nothing yet, but it is dark out there, and obviously it could rain at any time.
All righty. Well, we will wait and see about that. Now, I would like you to go through the, when you think you saw everything in horse racing, something else pops up, and there's another thing to add to it. And that could fall. The fifth race on Sunday at Saratoga certainly can fall under that category. So you gave us as your pick on Sunday at Saratoga, number 3, Standout Sensation. This number 3, Standout Sensation, was the pick of the race. Now you explain to us what the heck happened in the race, please.
It's really unfortunate, Ralph. I mean, you're on YouTube. We should be able to show that race and let people see it for themselves because it's something you never see. We had the 3-horse. The 4-horse was in the stall next to us. He beats the gate by literally, a fraction of a second, but it was enough to cross over in front of the 3. So he's standing in front of the 3 stall. The 3 can't get out. The 4 then proceeds. The 3 stayed in the gate, never came out. He was declared a non-starter. The 4 ran his race for about 3 quarters, and then he pulled up. And he shouldn't have even ridden him, to be honest with you, because he knew that he was going to be disqualified. He beat the gate. He broke through the gate before it was actually open to everyone else. But what I would have done if I were the stewards, honestly, I would have called it a non-contest, a no contest, because the 3 and the 4 were the 2 favorites. So certainly 2 horses that were bet. The 2 was also involved in this because when the 4 crossed over the 3, he also interfered with the 2. So that took basically half the field out, leaving 4 horses left. A big long-priced horse won. I get it. If you had him, you would have, and they declared it a no contest. You probably would have been very upset. But here's the problem. If you had pick 4s or pick 5s, so you got pushed to the morning line favorite, or the post-time favorite, I should say, who was, by the way, declared a non-starter, so he was disqualified. So you had to go down 3 horses to get to the horse that you had. You didn't even know who it was, to be honest with you, watching the race. It should have been declared a no contest. That would have been the right thing. You want to pay the owner and the jockey on the horse that won, fine, go ahead and do that. But somebody has got to protect the players, and the players are not protected in this situation.
Yeah, no question about that, because when the 4 came out of the gate and made what I believe to be the hardest left turn I've seen in a long time in horse racing, the 3 had hesitated coming out the gate because this horse had beat the gate, the 4 had, and he was already crossing over on him, and then he ran into the 2 horse. That wiped out the inside. The winner paid $72.50, and it was he came at a post 6, so he was unaffected in the race. But yeah, that would have been the good middle ground that you were talking about. Pay the owners of the horse that won the race, but protect the betting public by making it a no contest. So therefore, or make it a race where there's an all in those,
Right.
in those race
Well,
over
that's what
race.
it would have become.
Yeah.
If it becomes an all contest, it becomes an all,
Yeah.
and everybody gets something, as opposed to most people getting nothing. To be honest with you.
Yeah, and all of the bets individually in the race would be refunded. Now they are refunding. They did refund the bets on the 3-horse because he was declared a non-starter in the race. But yeah, that would have been probably the best thing for everybody. But I guess maybe the rules don't allow them to do that.
Well, the rules allow them to do whatever they want. They just probably opted not to do it. But I just think it's wrong. Somebody and something have to protect the players when something like that occurs. Listen, it's a rare thing. You could watch a million more races and never see that happen again.
Yeah,
that's how I've never seen it happen before, and I've watched millions of races. To be honest with you, I've never seen a horse cross in front and block the horse from coming out of the starting gate, and that's what happened.
Yeah, he did. He beat the gate by a millisecond, but it was enough for him to cross over. And when they opened the rest of the gates for everybody else, a millisecond later, the 3-horse is looking at this horse right in front of him crossing over. So what's he going to do? He's just standing there. It was one of those crazy things that you get a million ways of losing a race, but only one way of winning it, and that is when they declare it official and you go and cash your money. However, for those folks who had your pick in that race, they will get their money back anyhow as a refund, that's for sure. So no harm, no foul as far as the bet is concerned, but certainly a big foul in the race, no question about that. All right, now what's going on?
Well, not exactly, Ralph, because if you had pick 4s or pick 5s, you got nothing if you bet that horse, like I did, because I got pushed to the favorite. So my bet was not refunded. But if you bet the race individually, obviously you got a refund. The problem was with the horizontal bets; those players got no protection at all.
And the folks who happened to take a stab and hit the all button in that race got lucky. That's for sure. All right, what's going on with Saratoga and Twin Spires? Now, they're not allowing them to bet Saratoga today on Twin Spires again. Is this the second time that they've been playing chicken here with these two companies?
No, it was TVG the last time. If you remember, prior to opening day, I think 3 or 4 days before opening day of Saratoga, they pulled the plug on TVG. They came to an agreement the morning of opening day at Saratoga. Now, apparently, I guess with Twin Spires, maybe their contract ran out or something, so they're going to play chicken again. And the only people that are going to get hurt are the players because they have nowhere to play. And unless they want to start opening new accounts in other, platforms, well, you could do that. But I think it's going to hurt everybody involved. And of course, the players once again get the raw end of the deal.
Well, let's surmise, because we don't know all the facts, but what we do know is that the common denominator here is now New York Racing Association. And if they had a impasse with the FanDuel, but that was resolved right on the day that they started, and now they're having an impasse with Twin Spires, it would seem to me that maybe New York Racing Association might have given in to FanDuel and FanDuel got a better deal, and now Twin Spires, looking at that, probably wants the same better deal. Looking at just some of the variables, and this is just surmising.
Yeah, but whenever Churchill Downs is involved, Ralph, there always seems to be a problem. They play hardball, and I don't know how, I don't know if Naira's going to give in, and I don't expect Churchill to give in so easily. They'd rather burn down the building than, fix it and get it to work right. It's not good. It's a mess. And again, it's going to hurt handle. It's going to hurt business. People are not going to be happy.
Well, certainly the people that we're concerned about is the players out there. They all they want to do is play. That's all we want to do.
That's it. Just give us the ball and let us play.
Yeah. All right.
Work your nonsense at another time. Don't take it out on the players and don't make the players suffer.
So
that's what did.
We're on the court right now, but don't have the ball to play.
Exactly.
All right, well, let's get back to hopefully by the time it settles on Saturday when the big races are at Saratoga, cooler heads will prevail, let's hope. 2 nice races out of the 4 big stakes races on Saturday at Saratoga. And we'll get to the 2-year-old races for 2-year-olds, the Test and the Troy tomorrow. But today we're going to look at the Saratoga Derby Invitational. It's a mile and 3/16 on the turf. And, of course, this is for the 3-year-olds. And it drew a field of 8 in the race. And, of course, you've got, European horses. Appleby and Godolphin's got Legend of Time, the British horse in that race. With William Buick is going to come over and ride. Flavien Prat has been getting on a lot of the Godolphin horses that have come over so far at Saratoga, but William Buick will come over to ride that one. But you also have Diego Velasquez, an Irish bred, will be trained by Aidan O'Brien that has come over, is actually the 2-1 morning line favorite with Ryan Moore on. And so, and you've got Royal Majesty, a British bred, for Bill Mott and Junior Alvarado. This is going to be a good race, and Flavien Prat scales Chad Brown trainee, White Palomino, in the race. So it looks like a pretty good race lining up for the Saratoga Derby Invitational.
Yeah, and the European riders are coming in to ride the European horses for Appleby and for Aidan O'Brien, like you said. They haven't been coming in the last couple of weekends. Pratt rode for Appleby on Sunday, the stake race, and he won. So it's going to be interesting. I didn't do any work on the race yet, so I don't have any opinions, but I'm sure by post time we'll get one. The interesting race, though, Ralph, for the day, to be honest with you, is the big race, the
Whitney.
Not the Troy, the Whitney. I mean, they have a full field of 12. When was the last time you saw Naira have a grade 1 with 12 horses in it? Not an average occurrence. And by the way, Baffert is shipping in National Treasure, the 9-5 morning line favorite. So that's going to be a great race. You got First Mission for Cox. You got a lot of really good horses. No superstars, but it's a solid field. Skippy Longstockings for Safi Joseph. So the race is loaded again. 12 horses. You don't see that often in a grade 1 in New York. Not these days.
No, not at all. I just want to make one more footnote about the Saratoga Derby Invitational. Christophe Clement's got 2 horses in the race. Rosario is going to ride the shorter priced one. Dylan Davis gets the other one. But you're right. Bob Baffert is sending out National Treasure. But Juan Hernandez is not coming out to ride. He's going to employ Flavien Prat, which is no fall off whatsoever there at Saratoga. National Treasure, as you say, 9-5 in the race. And Skippy Longstockings is a large 8-1 off of his latest efforts. And I got to tell you, this is you've got a field of horses here, and they're all capable of winning this race. And you got really nice prices on a lot of them.
Yeah, you can make a case for a lot of the horses. By the way, you were talking about Clement, and he's off to an uncharacteristically slow start at Saratoga. I think he's 2 for 28 or 2 for 30. That's not Clement type numbers, and it won't be long before that barn wakes up.
And your man, Brad Cox is sending a First Mission in the Whitney with Florent Garreau aboard. He'll have to turn around what looked like a pretty dull effort in his last race.
Yeah, he was horrible in the Stephen Foster, to be honest with you. He was 4-5 that day, and he just didn't run well. I think this horse is turning out to be a bit of a disappointment. They had such high hopes for this horse early in his career, and it just has not materialized yet.
Well, we will, of course, take a look at the Troy and the Test tomorrow on the show, taking a thumbnail look at that on those 2 races. For the 2-year-olds will be on Saturday. Always very interesting to watch the 2-year-old races and all of these potential superstars of the future running in these races. And, of course, all those 4 races will be on Saturday. And, of course, we'll get picks on Saturday on those races. But just taking a quick look at looking ahead to the weekend. All right, Jonathan. What's that?
Ralph, they have 13 races on Saturday.
Wow.
The early part of the card is a bunch of 2-year-old races, and there's supposedly a couple of really nice 2-year-olds that are going to debut on Saturday. So you may see a future star running on Saturday.
Yeah, I understand that when we're going over the card there at Saratoga on Saturday, it looked like the first 6 races, there were like 4 races for 2-year-olds there. And so it's going to be interesting to watch the future stars early in the day at Saratoga. A big racing day with an early post time and 13 races at Saratoga. And, of course, we know what happens later on at Del Mar. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner in the book, again, that's for sure. Hey, let's get started with some winners today on the show.
Okay, let's look at the fourth race today, Ralph. A mile and an eighth on the main track, and I like the number 2 horse in here, Boys Code, a 4-year-old gelding from the Linda Dixon barn. Rider switch today to Rajiv Murad. This horse has run well at the distance. He's actually finished third twice at Saratoga. He's an improving horse. He's getting better with each start. I like the price, 6-1 in the morning line, number 2. Boys Code. Hopefully we get a clean trip, and we will win the fourth race if we do.
Well, yes, let's make sure nobody cuts in front of them at the start. That's for sure. In the fourth race at Saratoga today, number 2, Boys Code. Number 2, Boys Code, with Rajiv Murrah aboard in an 8-horse field there. And, of course, that race is at a mile and 1/8 on the main track. All right, Jonathan, anything else that you want to lay on us before we go?
No, we'll see you tomorrow, bright and early. Hopefully,
no, not yet. Not yet. We have chatters going on here. I want to see if there's a chatter here that is asking, maybe want to ask you a question. Let's see. Doesn't seem that anybody's asking any questions for you.
That's good. I have no answers.
and so that's, I guess that's good. Oh, wait a minute. He said, John is a good handicapping turf races. This is not a turf race, though, today. So,
no, I couldn't give a turf race, Ralph, only because not sure of the weather. So I didn't want to do a turf race.
There is James wants to know, John, if your favorite kind of race to handicap, is it a turf race or a dirt race? Is it short or long? Is it stakes or claimer?
Well, I prefer turf racing. I would love to bet 9 turf races a day. I think I have an edge in those races. And I prefer distance races. I don't like 5 furlongs on the turf because a lot of times you have to be speed. And if you like a closer, you really are limited. So I prefer distant turf races if I had my way.
And I guess we can get one more in here. Should the tracks own and operate their own ADWs rather than the third parties like TVG or FanDuel?
Well, they do, I guess, kind of. NYRA has their own NYRA bets, so they're controlling their own ADW. The problem is which one of these ADWs are going to stand up and prevent the CAWs from getting involved. The first one that does that will probably be the smartest one and will probably remain in business the longest amount of time because they will protect the game and they will protect the player. By allowing CAWs in, you're only causing problems.
All right. Enough said there, Jonathan. Thanks a lot. And I hope some of the chatters got their answers for sure. And now we can let you go.
Thank you, Ralph. Stay safe, be well, and have a great day.
All right. And don't forget, Jonathan's got full selections for Saratoga at his website as well. All right, we'll be right back. We've got Rich Eng standing by. Don't go away. More Race Day after this.
Thank you, buddy.
There are many families that need your help. I'm Mark Wahlberg, and I'm asking you to support the Tunnel to Towers Foundation in their efforts to deliver mortgage-free homes to catastrophically injured service members, Gold Star, and fallen first responders families with young children, as well as eradicating homelessness amongst our veterans.
Everybody knows where the money's going. Every single dollar. God bless you.
Please contribute $11 a month to support their efforts by visiting T2T.org.
Hello, I'm Dennis Quaid. For years, Tunnel to Towers has demonstrated a commitment to first responders and military families. They've paid off mortgages and built specially adapted smart homes. Now the foundation is expanding its mission to eradicate veteran homelessness. Please give our veterans a chance to reclaim their dignity by donating at T2T.org.
South Point offers all the types of entertainment you'd expect at a first-class Las Vegas resort. Did you know our 400-seat showroom is one of Las Vegas's top destinations for live entertainment? Enjoy live performances by classic Vegas entertainers, bands, and today's hottest comedians, plus a rock and dance floor. You can also enjoy live entertainment at the Grand View Lounge, where you'll feel all the vibes of old Las Vegas. Enjoy the music, and if you love to laugh, don't miss The Dirty at 12:30, our very own free comedy show. Every Friday night at 12:30 a.m. in the Grandview Lounge. The Dirty is 100% free, so arrive early. Go to southpointcasino.com or call the box office at 77136 for today's performances at the showroom and the Grandview Lounge. When you're ready for your favorite cocktail, stop in and unwind at one of our 7 specialty lounges. There's a bar around every corner, because you're in Vegas, baby. South Point Casino has plenty of attractions for the whole family. Catch a movie. Our 16-screen movie theater includes 2 XD Extreme screens for the ultimate in viewing, sound, and luxury. After the show, treat the family to a variety of treats at our old-fashioned ice cream parlor, Kate's Corner. We scoop up a variety of creamy concoctions, including smoothies, hand-dipped cones, milkshakes, malts, sodas, and sundaes. At Kate's, there's something for everyone. And if you've still got time to spare, our bowling center might be right up your alley. Voted Best of Las Vegas, it's a great place for friends and family fun. 64 lanes, a pro shop, snack bar, and arcade. And while the kids are bowling, you can play slots and sip on a drink in the Alley Cat Lounge while overlooking the lanes. For our more serious and professional bowlers, the South Point is also home to a separate tournament bowling plaza.
Back on Race Day Las Vegas for this Wednesday. Now we go out to Rich Eng standing by. And Richie, welcome back to the show.
Hey, good morning, Ralphie. Good morning, viewers. Good morning, listeners.
All I got to say is that it was an interesting weekend where we are here in Las Vegas for the races. I hope it was an interesting weekend where you were as well.
Well, the temperature where I was about a high of 80 degrees, Ralph. So right off the bat, that was a winner. And, while you and Jonathan were talking about that race on Sunday at Saratoga, I had the chance to call it up on my computer and watch it because I hadn't seen it. And you talk about, remember the old days of the Demolition Derby on ABC, Wide World of Sports? Well, that was horse racing Demolition Derby, and I kind of agree with Jonathan. I maybe a no contest might have been in order because of half the field getting wiped out and the horse starting too soon, the 4-horse.
Yeah, that is something that my opinion is any decision made at any racetrack, whether it be for marketing or adjudicating rules, etc., it should come down to what is the best for the horse, what is the best for the horse player. If you can answer those 2 questions in the positive, then that decision will probably be the right one. That's for sure. But we'll leave that alone for another time, and we will look ahead to the racing this week, hoping that nothing unusual happens in the races except good, solid racing, and of course, horses and jockeys getting around there nice and safe. And we will wait and see about that. You don't have a selection sheet today because Del Mar's not today. You'll resume that tomorrow. Del Mar now on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday racing schedule down there at the where the turf meets the surf. But I know that on these off days, sometimes you peruse the country to get a pick or two.
Yeah, I do have a selection, Ralph. Let's go to Presque Isle Downs, race number 8 today, and it's a real nondescript looking maiden claiming 7,500. But I know a trainer you had just mentioned with Jonathan, Christophe Clement, having a slow meet at Saratoga, but he ships in one of his culls to Presque Isle Downs, and quite frankly, this horse is going to get claimed for 7,500 today because it's a New York bred, and New York bred purses are really, really good, whether you're at Finger Lakes or at Saratoga. But it's number 2, Frozen 4. I think the huge drop in class. This horse is going to look around and see horses not nearly as tough as at the Naira circuit. So let's go with number 2, Frozen 4, to finally graduate in race 8, Rob.
I guess when Clement sent it over there, the trainer of record is Rice, last name Rice. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. There might have been. Yeah.
But that's okay. Whoever the trainer is, we're going to look for him in the winner's circle to stand and take a winner's circle picture with number 2, Frozen 4. The 2, Frozen 4, in the 8th race today at Presque Isle Downs is Rich Ang's play, the 2 horse in the 8th race there. Richie, any thoughts about what you've been watching as far as handicapping is concerned at Del Mar or Saratoga?
No, I tell you what, if you want prices, you're going to get much better chances than you do at Los Alamitos or at Santa Anita. And, I heard you talking with Jonathan about some of the questions from the listeners who watch the show on YouTube. And I know myself, Ralph, one thing that I try to pay attention to is what I call race shape, because I like to find horses that are stalker closers into a fast pace. And so that's one thing I look for. It doesn't matter what kind of race it is, whether it's a turf or synthetic or dirt. But if I see multiple fast horses and a chance for a horse to set what I call a perfect trip, that's the kind of horse I like to play.
All right. Well, thank you, Richie. We will talk to you tomorrow.
Hey, thanks, Ralph. Good luck, everybody.
All right. We're going to go at another break. And when we come back, John Lindo and Jerry Jackowitz are standing by. Don't go away.
We have 11 amazing restaurants featuring a wide variety for every price range and appetite. South Point's Garden Buffet has something for everyone at unbeatable prices. Or, if hunger strikes in the middle of the night, join us at Coronado Cafe. The American menu offers breakfast, lunch, or dinner 24 hours a day, plus a Chinese kitchen for authentic Chinese dishes from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. From steak and eggs to wonton soup, it's fast and friendly service 24/7. When you need a quick pick-me-up, you can find it at our state-of-the-art Starbucks just inside the main South Point entrance. Order ahead with the Starbucks app for easy mobile order pickups. Or enjoy your favorites in the relaxing dining area anytime, day or night. If you love Mexican food, Baja Miguel's has all of your south-of-the-border favorites. There are dozens of classics to choose from, like fajitas, ceviche, chimichangas, tacos, and more. And for spirit lovers, Baja's colorful non-smoking tequila bar is right outside. Or maybe you're in the mood for seafood. Big Sur Oyster Bar has fresh seafood prepared right before your eyes. Savor freshly shucked oysters, crab legs jambalaya, shrimp and lobster. Beers on tap and a selection of fine wines are perfect to pair with your seafood favorite. Whether lunch or dinner, you'll love this fun atmosphere, located just off the casino floor. Ready to shake things up? Step back in time and treat yourself to one of the oldest restaurant chains in the country. Steak and Shake, famous for original mouth-watering steak burgers and hand-dipped milkshakes in a variety of flavors. For some old-fashioned fun, try Steak and Shake.
The Race Day Las Vegas Show, the only exclusive daily local media racing information source in Las Vegas.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas. Going to wrap it up with John and Jerry. First to John Lindo standing by in Southern California. John, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph. How you doing?
Well, I'm doing fine. I know today that since there's no Del Mar, you have a Saratoga sheet that, of course, has selections in all the races, a suggested late pick 4, and, of course, all the goodie information at the bottom. The Lindo Report available in only one place here in Las Vegas, Nevada. It is right here at the South Point in the racebook here, and it's free of charge. Complimentary because they love horse players. John, you had the suggested late pick 4 at Del Mar on Sunday that hit and paid over $300.
Right, and one of the chat viewers was asking what was the ticket cost, so that was $40.
$40. Okay, good. I want to keep our chatters involved with us as well. Real quick, jockey trainer standings at Saratoga.
Well, going into this week, Flavien Prat and Arad Ortiz are kind of separated themselves from the pack. Flavien has 19 winners. Arad Ortiz has 18 wins. And then you go down to Tyler Gaffleone with 13, and Manny Franco and Jose Ortiz have 12.
All right, trainers?
Trainers, Chad Brown, 12 winners so far. Todd Pletcher and Mike Maker, they're tied for second. They've each got 9 wins so far at Saratoga.
How about them faves?
Favorites are below normal, Ralph. 30% at Saratoga.
Oh, you got to love it. That's for sure. Anyhow, it'll probably even out, though. That is a certainty. Well, we've got a big racing day coming up at Saratoga on Saturday, but Del Mar will also feature the Clement L. Hirsch, which is a win and you're in at Del Mar as well.
Absolutely. We'll see a Dari Manor back in there, and there'll be some new shooters to try her. We are entering today, so we will have the field for that race by tomorrow's show.
John, observations, at least from my point of view, having the observations at Del Mar, it still seems to be a little bit more speed bias than the normal average bear, so to speak.
Yeah, it really has. It looked like it tried to normal out a little bit Thursday, but it got right back to being a speed favoring main track on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, where the early speed dominated. If you were winning from off the pace, you were right on top of the leaders, and that was short and long. So right now, deep closers have taken the worst of it, but we know sooner or later that Del Mar main track will change. It does every summer, so you just have to keep an eye on it.
And you're going to keep a good eye on what they do on that track on the 2 off days leading up to tomorrow's beginning of another week. Let's get a pick from you for Saratoga.
Saratoga, let's go to race number 7. And then I make sure to get the right number. Number 5, Ram, ships in from Saratoga, the Churchill Downs. The Churchill shippers have done very, very well. He's got tactical speed. I think he'll like the 7 furlong trip. Slight drop in class. I just think they're going for a money run here at a fair price here. 5-1, I think, on the program. Number 5, Ram, race 7, Saratoga.
All right, you got it the 5 at Saratoga in the 7th race. Don't forget, get the rest right now at the the website that you have. If you can't get them here, where can you get them?
You can go to todaysracingdigest.com, and the price on the Ram is 6-1 on the morning line, not 5.
Okay, 6-1. Good enough. Thanks a lot, John. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay, good luck today.
All right, out to Jerry Jackowitz standing by. Jerry, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph.
Well, Saratoga was an interesting day of racing at Sunday, and certainly has been since the meet opened.
Saratoga's been fantastic. It seemed like everything was running very much to form, at least from the Power Page point of view on the Sunday. And I'm just starting to get really good reads there. And I'm just liking the going at Saratoga an awful lot.
Well, fantastic. We'd love to hear that because we're going to get a pick or two from you at Saratoga today.
Yeah. Let's go to the 3rd race for our opening pick.
Okay.
Number 5, Spoken Bluntly. Bruce Levine, horse is terrible, absolutely horrible, and then went to the turf and ran really, really nicely the first time on the turf. I got to give her a second chance to run another chance to run well again, and this is a little bit of a turn back and sort of favors the form, which is a speed type of form that Spoken Bluntly has. I like the 5 an awful lot in race number 3. I'll play the 5 over the 1, 6, 7, 8. Do reverses, come back and press up 5-1-1-5. But I'm all about Spoken Bluntly, the 5 horse in race number 3.
All right, third race number 5, link ups 1, 6, 7, 8 in reverse. The 5's the key, and one more.
Well, I was really, I had a pop out key in the 7th race that really against John. I like Daddy Knows.
And that is what number is
6
that?
6 horse at 8-1.
6, okay.
So, I mean, that's who really pops out at me in race number 7. So I'll go against John here. I will tell you I have a V horse in the race you can add in. You got a perfect 3 horse exacta box based on Race Day Las Vegas. So.
Okay, so now John comes with the 5. You come with the 6. So that's a Siraco exacta play, the 5-6-6-5 in the 7th race at Saratoga. And if you get Jerry J's Power Pages, you could stick in that V horse and make it a 3 horse box and maybe score out in the 7th race today at Saratoga. And they can get the Jerry J's Power Pages at jerryjspowerpage.com, right?
That is correct. We're right there online, and $5 for the Power Page, so it's perfect for adding in if you're using John's sheet or Richie's sheet or anybody else's sheet.
Mm-hmm.
And $7.50 for the Power Page Plus.
All right, you got it. Thanks a lot, Jerry. And we will wrap up this show as we begin another racing week with one more thing to say, and we know you're going to say it.
Happy Hey, everybody.